Okay, if we're looking at those first two questions, they ask you to write down the 5-number summary. So for 1.1, we're going to say we know that the 5-number summary consists of the minimum value, the lower quartile, the median value, the upper quartile, and the maximum value. Okay, so fill in the easy ones. First, let's check, is the data organized? It is in fact organized, which makes it a lot easier. So we can easily say that is 37 and the maximum value is 93. Then if we count the pieces of data that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, meaning that the 5th piece of data will be the middle point. So that the 167 will divide the data into 4 equal parts. And then if you have that, you're going to look at the 4 pieces of data on the left hand side and divide that in 2, and the 4 pieces of data on the right hand side and divide that in 2. So halfway between those two, you're going to say it's 57 plus 61 divided by 2. So this value will be 59. And then on the other side, you're going to say it's the 68 plus the 78 divided by 2, which gives you 73. Okay, another important thing, or another way to help yourself check if you're on the right track, you can always just make sure that your numbers increase as you go down this line. So the minimum value must be the smallest one, maximum value must be the biggest one, and in that order they must follow. Okay, and then they say calculate the interquartile range. Remember, that's when we say Q3 minus Q1. So in this case, it's the 73 minus 59, which gives you a value of 14. Okay, so they asked us to calculate the mean and the standard deviation, and for that I'm quickly going to jump to another example. We'll get back to this one now, and I got this screenshot of a calculator just to help us make sure we are on the right track. Okay, so if we're doing this, you guys will have to ignore whatever is written there on the screen. If we are looking for the standard deviation, you have to know that the standard deviation's symbol is, it looks like an O with an extra piece there, and this is actually summarized here. Standard deviation is a measurement of the spread of the mean, and it looks like this. And then if they ever ask you for the variance, you're just going to take the value that you calculated and you are going to square that. Okay, so if we are calculating the standard deviance, we are simply saying you have to set your calculator to variance. So I'm going to say mode, this button, and then you're going to say, see, you have different options and you want to select stat. So I'm going to write down what it is, because sometimes the newer models, they don't differ, they just have more options. So you're looking for the one that says stat. So we're on stats, mode, stat, and you press the 2, and then you'll see a whole list of different stat options that you can select. The one that we're looking at now is the one that looks like this. Okay. Last week when you guys did the grade 12 data, you did number 2, the A plus BX, but this week we're doing this one. And then you'll see it sort of looks like there's an X and it goes like this, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to read in the data. So I'm going to give you a data set to practice on, and then you can do the other one on your own. So let's say it's 4, 7, 8, 2, 7, 6, 5. I'm not going to make it a big one. So you say 4 and then you press equal to, and then you'll see it's recorded on your data then. So 4, 7, 8, 2, 7, 6, 5. So what you did now is you read that data into your calculator. And if we have that, then you can clear your screen again. So we've read all the data in, and then you can say AC. Bye. Okay. Now we're going to start recalling the data that we've put into the calculator. So now I'm going to say shift. Now we start recalling. So you're going to say shift. Ja? Kom ek kyk gou-gou. Ek sien nou my klank werk op die video. Ek wonder of ek nou gereconnect het en toe gaan mute homself. Okay. Maar die klank het daarom, ek sien die klank op die video wat ek neem werk daarom. So dit sal fyn wees. Okay. Kan jy my nou hoor, Lindley? Hallo Lindley, kan jy my nou hoor?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Ek dink ek het gereconnect, dan gaan hy partykeer op mute as hy weer opkom. Okay. So I was busy saying once we've read the data into the calculator, now we can start recalling the data. So you press shift, which is in the upper left hand side, and then you press 1, and you will see on your calculator above 1 it actually says stats. So we're going to start recalling data now. And the one that we are looking for is number 4, which gives us the variance. And we are looking for the standard deviation, and that's under 3. It looks like this. And then you have to press equal to sign again. So the standard deviation for this part of the data is 1,92, or for this example that I did now. If they asked you for the variance, then you simply say this button. Then it automatically takes that answer and it squares it. And then you'll see that is equal to 3,67. Okay, so with all of this in mind, take some time to do number 1.3 and 1.4.